the lore run continues. We're here to talk to Ben Hart. And I just noticed that this bonfire is called... Oh no, I'm an idiot. This bonfire is not called anything. I'm so stupid. Real talk. I haven't been awake long enough. I was sitting at this bonfire, which is called Firekeeper's Dwelling. And I was looking at this bonfire, because that's where I wanted to go. And I looked up there and I saw Firekeeper's Dwelling, and I was like, what? But that's, okay, it's fine. No, I was just an idiot. It's fine. I was wrong, it's cool. Hey, what's up, man? How you living?
Oh, well met, friend.
Well met to you.
Good to see you well.
Yeah, you too.
Very good indeed.
Very good. Very good indeed.
I journeyed from the distant east to perfect my swordsmanship. And legend has it that powerful beings slumber in this land. This sword has been in my family for generations, and only a real man can wield it true. I may face any manner of man or beast, but none shall be a match for my sword.
Skipping ahead a little bit here, since we're not summoning NPCs, we're not going to be able to, we can't summon NPCs because we're in the Champions Covenant. But that also means we can't, like, get their rewards, like their quest rewards, you know. But it turns out that his sword is a fake. It's not, I mean, it's not the real Moonlight Greatsword. And so you're like, oh, but it doesn't matter because Ben Hart is such a badass that he still makes it to not only the end of the game, but like he makes it into some of the DLCs at the final bosses. Like his summon sign is down. Nothing stops this dude. He's a beast.
This land is a right mess, eh? King's gone. The people have a mad glint in their eyes. The land itself is overrun by terrible beasts. No better place to test my sword, eh?
Yeah, powerless. If you want to finish NPC quest lines in Dark Souls 2, you have to summon them and kill a boss, and they have to survive. And if they survive 3 bosses, they'll give you their stuff, and that's how you, like, finish their quests. So, like, Ben Hart gives you his fake-ass sword, and I think he gives you his helmet or something. Lucatil will give you her sword and her something else, maybe her helmet, her mask, or whatever. You know, it's all stuff like that.
This land is a right mess, eh? King's gone. The land itself is overrun by terrible beasts. No better place to test my sword, eh?
So he talked about how he traveled from the east, and I wonder if that means that, like, because we don't know where Ben Hart's like, he's from a place called Hugo or Jugo, but he wears Mira stuff. We find his summon sign all the way in Shulva. Like, we find his summon sign in the Giant's memories. Like, this dude gets around. Like, he whips ass and he wins. He's a tough ass dude. But I wonder if what he says there is that he traveled from the east, so Jugo or Hugo or whatever is in the east. Or if what he means is, like, he traveled to, like, the east, the capital east, which wouldn't surprise me, because, you know, like I said, he gets around. So this is where I think the mannequins are. Yeah, there they are. Look at that Just insane damage. And bleed buildup. And everything they do combos. They swing so fast. They can be pretty easily stun locked though. So this statue takes the vessel and operates it like a crank. And it moves this elevator for us. Not a statue. He's a golem. A golem. So this is really cool. The golems are like inert giants who are vessels for souls, and then the vessels give them purpose. But their faces are Titanite. Like, that's what Titanite looks like. It even has the Titanite stuff, the writing on it. And we know that that's not what a giant's face looks like, right? Giants have a big hole where their face should go in this game. Although, originally, the giants did have faces, and then they just decided to give them that hollowed head look. And then in Dark Souls 3, they kind of retcon it. Because in Dark Souls 1, we never see a giant's face, because they always have that thing on, or they're wearing the armor of the giants. But if they're not wearing the armor of the giants, they have that thing over their face, like the giant blacksmith. And then in Dark Souls 3, you know, they also have the thing over their face. But then we meet Yorm, and Yorm is a giant, but he has a face, but it's like sunken in, and it's underneath like his chainmail coif hood thing. But it almost looks like he has that hollow face, and I think that's like a bit of a retcon to sort of tie the two giants into one race. An old Night Hammer. Kaitha's Chime and Soul Greatsword. Sacred Chime blessed by Kaitha, Goddess of Tears. Hex dedicated catalyst. Cannot be used to cast miracles. The Goddess of Tears is known as a compassionate being that is with us in times of tragedy, but some believe that she is a demoness that guides us towards misfortune. She's one of the few gods who makes it into Dark Souls 3. Her chime sticks around and continues to be... it has the same name. Kaitha's Chime. In Dark Souls 3, the Church of Lothric was like, no, you can't worship her. They used the word anathema. Anathema. Something or someone that one vehemently dislikes. A formal curse by a pope or a council of the church excommunicating a person or denouncing a doctrine. If I'm not mistaken, there are connections between Kaitha and Velka. In terms of like, I don't know what they are, but if I'm not mistaken, I think there are like spells or something. There are ways to connect the two. So the fact that she's been like outlawed, and the fact that they use that word anathema is interesting, because like it really makes it sound like some shit Pontiff Sullivan did, right? Like he fits the bill for... He fits the bill for, like, the person who could excommunicate someone. So we fought the Executioner Chariot, and we made it fall down a hole. But we're not going to make this one fall down a hole. We just got to fight this one. I would really like to switch my weapons up. Gower's Ring of Protection. If I'm not mistaken, we've already got this ring once. And I forgot to read it. So let's read it now. Where you at, Gowers? I should have two of them. Maybe I didn't. Ah, yeah, there it is. The Ring of the Assassin Gower, who has killed a half-dozen kings and several distinguished clergymen. Reduces damage taken from behind. For an assassin whose own life is always at stake, the greatest liability is one's exposed back. I'm just reading the definition from the dictionary half. The dictionary says that it involves popes, so you know what I mean? Just going with that. No, thank you. Huh. Uh-oh. Oh, that could have been so much worse. Thank you, door. We love door. Ooh. I get, like, the little kiss of death makes it so risky to go in against this enemy because it just one-shots you. And she loves to do it. Jesus. Please die. Thank you. What do we got? Repair powder, 5, nice. Flame butterfly, magic stone, wilted dusk herb. This is a Estus flask shard. And now we got our shortcut. Oh yeah. Mother of God. That damage seems perfectly reasonable and normal. Man, we got so many souls. I need to spend them on something. I got a bow too. Yeah, look at me. Ha ha. Ha ha. How you like that? Huh? Getting shot with electric bolts in the rain. Oh, you hate it. You're so mad. Just getting absolutely wrecked. Oh, you coward. And your gargoyle friend. Can I poison you, gargoyle? Oh, shit. Can I poison you? Are you poisonable? Sweet mother of God! Does this not seem excessive to you? I would suspect you can't poison this thing, but I'll be honest. I've been able to poison a lot of shit that I wouldn't suspect. Yay! Yay! No. Not gonna stream Dark Souls 3 today. Jesus Christ. Reginald Charles, hello. Oh no. Oh no, those ladies. Those ladies are back. Oh, okay. I can't risk it, right? Oh my god. Oh, this sucks. Don't shoot me, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's what you get. God damn it. I don't guess you'd let me get a backstab, would you? Just a cheeky little backstab. Oh, there's no way. There's no way I'm getting behind her for a backstab. But maybe. Just maybe. Maybe. Man, old Whip just getting absolutely broke, busted. Ugh. I mean, like, 3 hits with the damn thing. Where's my ring? Ring! There you are. Man, that was sweet of you. You're so nice. Jerk. God, you're the worst. Okay. Now let's just not die to the gargoyle. Easy. Simple. Simple shit. Don't die to the gargoyle. Jump attack with a crossbow. We all love to do jump attacks with crossbows. It's meta. recovery is insane! My friend. Okay. Oh my god, are you serious? It's fine. You can't come in here, jerk. Yeah. How you like that? That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Should have stayed where you were. Stay in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. Uh-oh. And now you're poisoned. And you're just gonna have to live with that. That's a decision you made. You chose this. Love to jump attack with a crossbow. Love it. Love that you can do it. What the fuck were they thinking? Alright. 100 dudes. 100 big dudes. Big, strong, hulking. Oh, Lord. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. That man, okay. Okay. Guess I die. Okay. Guess I'll take... you know... well, I'm not at full hit points because I wasn't at full hit points because I was kind of hollow. But I mean, like, easily, like, 1,800 damage. Just 1,800 damage. Guess I just take 1,800 damage. I keep doing that. Oh, Lord. Oh. The backstep iframes. I've learned. I've never used them. I've never used the backstep iframes much. But I've learned that you have to use them early. The iframes on the backstep are, like, heavy on the back end of the animation. But that dude's attacks are so slow that they're hard to gauge. Kind of silly to be trying it anyway. I'm glad y'all are in such a good mood. Just dropping me stuff left and right. All kinds of stuff. Alright, no fun allowed. Here we go. Good lord, the damage! I'm dead. I'm so dead. Woo! Now, oh, oh my god. God damn it! How are you this fast? For a dude who's this big. All right, we gotta switch tactics here. We gotta switch it up. We're about to have to fight two of them, and it's no bueno. Well, maybe there's a way to not fight both. If I go fight that one, I have to fight this one, because he'll come over. But maybe if I go fight this one, that one will stay where he's at. Let's hope. Nope. That damage just seemed like perfectly reasonable to you? Are you just like, yeah, this is how much damage I should do? Do you get to just pick your own damage? I'd like to pick my damage, please. Look at the pretty stained glass window with the Drang Lake thing on it. What do you call it? Coat of arms or whatever. The two dragons. I guess they're dragons. You're a mimic, aren't you? Well, I suppose I would have to hit you to find out. You're not a mimic. Firestorm. We've already read Firestorm, so. You're a mimic for sure. Interestingly enough, this mimic does not drop us dark armor from the Dark Wraith set. You give us a petrified something and a washing pole or something, right? I don't remember. Petrified something and something else. Nothing too crazy or big. I think the other treasure chests are the ones that drop the dark set. The ones that look like metal treasure chests. And the ones that drop the more typical mimic, the wooden mimic, drops just regular stuff, I guess. She always gets stuck in the wall like this. It's hilarious. If you kill her and leave and come back, the game has to like reload her, and for whatever reason when it reloads her she falls over this way and she just gets like stuck in the wall. Ostrich ragdoll. Remember to punch your toilets to make sure they're not mimics. God. What? That, I mean, they just can't even write an obituary for you. You know what I mean? Just, it sucks, but you know what I mean? Like, just nobody's gonna talk about it. Nobody's gonna talk about how you died. You know? And it's better that way. It's sad in its own right, but... Hey, this is New Game Plus. If I'm not mistaken, there's a guy to fight up here. Yeah, look at that. Got a Black Phantom Cyanide. Using the washing pole. With the iframes? Look at him, getting tricky. And the poise katana. I wonder if I can break his washing pole. There was an invisible dude. I never realized. Nope, can't break it. The washing pole has garbage. You know the word. It's not durability. It has garbage durability. 6 corrosive urns definitely should have. Definitely should have took its toll, but it just did not. Nope, it didn't. He's fine. He's got a reinforced washing pole. It's actually 2 washing poles duct taped together. Nothing could possibly break it. Yeah, in all the other Souls games, you can actually see, like, the mimic's breathing, and if it's a mimic, its chain is, like, flipped the other way. But I'll be honest, I've never, like, taken the time to look at Dark Souls 2 mimics to see what the visual difference is on the treasure, the metal treasure box mimics. Alright. I mean, blunt damage is probably the way to go here against the heavy armored knight. So the whip, sword, and the hammer is not a bad combo, but he's got so much poise, and katanas in this game are insane. They do so much counter damage. They're almost like rapiers, like, but they don't do thrust damage. But like the counter damage, weapons in Dark Souls 2 have counter damage. Oh my god. Regardless of whether or not they have thrust damage. What in the fuck? This game's lock-on just makes me fucking sick. Okay. You're toxic. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? There was a running gag. There was a running gag back in the Dark Souls 2 days where, like, if you ever check out Only Afro's video for Chariot Dude, ooh, he made a build called Chariot Dude. And in the video, I killed that dude, but I didn't get to pick up his thing, I don't think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Part of the video is he shows off some patch notes for Dark Souls 2, and it's like, yeah, we increased the counter damage on katanas. They went crazy with it, man. And it was like every patch they buffed the counter damage on katanas. It was nonsense. It was like, why do you keep doing this? soul vessel and a fire seed. A key to the King's Passage. And strong magic shield. Certain members of the Melfian Magic Academy scoff at these types of magic. The purists in particular are disdainful of anything vaguely linked to sword fighting. So, like, the Melfian Magic Academy, they're like, ugh, you physically engage with your enemies rather than shoot magic at them? And then you have the Mira Knights on the other side, and they're like, we will never use magic unless it's, like, to cast Great Magic Barrier so that you wizards can't kill us. Here we see a lady, and she's locked in a cage. And she's locked in a cage behind this fella, who has a keyhole for a face. And he's been nailed to a door. I think that's what we're supposed to take from that. We have been invaded. Ooh. Oh shit, he had the ring of thingies on. GG's. You hit me too many times, my ring blows up. That thing. Old sun ring. You don't see that a lot. It's like a worse karmic justice. The key to the passage. King Vendrick tried all manner of things to purge the curse that threatened his kingdom. But when every last attempt failed, the king fled through the King's Passage. Yeah, karmic slap on the wrist. Not really karmic justice. More like karmic slap on the wrist. It's a skull. It's alluring. It's an alluring skull. This is an interesting thing, because, like, what the hell is this? You know? Like, what the hell is going on here? You got these two human figures, this tree, arch tree, I guess, with the roots, and the roots go way, way down. Big, long roots. And then you've got, like, the statue of, like, the kingly figure, or, well, the knightly figure, I suppose. Like, what the hell is this? What are we supposed to take from this? What's happening? What does it mean? Saint, it's just unfinished content from when the game was about time travel. Oh. If you kill them before they wake up, they don't drop loot, which kind of sucks, because these dudes can drop slabs, but they do a ton of damage. These dumbass kung fu horses. Stone Twin Blade. Stone Parma. Plus, like, they're knights. Get it? Like, they're like knights. They're horses, like on a chessboard. And they're knights. I get it. I get it. Very nice ambiance here. With the rain and the lightning. The thunder. And the boss up ahead. Nice and spooky. Twin blade of the castle stone soldiers. Servalstat could always be found at the king's side and followed him when he fled. The knights in his service waited patiently for his return, but turned to stone before he did. Interesting. The stone twin blade has the same item description as the stone soldier spear. Somebody has put their sign down. They wish to be my, they want to help out the Mirror Knight, right? So if you put your sign down here, and you go in, there's a chance the Mirror Knight pulls this summon sign up, and will summon this person for the boss fight. It also works with white summon signs. Now if you don't want to, if you don't want to do this, there's a hilarious thing you can do. You can literally just summon the person, and then as their summon sign disappears, go into the boss fight. This guy's interesting because his shield mechanic is like, they just made his shield huge. And if you hit his shield, your attack just, you know, bounces off of it. Which is an interesting way to do enemy with a shield. Oh, snap! With the 4-hit combo. He summoned an NPC. You can tell if he's going to summon an NPC or if he's going to summon a real player. If he's going to summon a real player, he has to, like, two-hand the shield. If he summons an NPC, he just one-hands the shield, just sets it down, and then, like, an NPC jumps out. So he was a big shiny knight with a mirror for a shield, and his sword had lightning in it. And we fought him in this dope-ass arena with the rainy thunder and all that stuff. And his name was the Looking Glass Knight. He challenges visitors to the Lordless Castle. Long ago, the King's Passage was a route taken by the bravest warriors to prove themselves, but now it only prevents one from pursuing the runaway king. Well, to be fair, you still have to be pretty brave to do the Shrine of Amana. Granted, the Shrine of Amana isn't as bad as it used to be. But it's still pretty rough. Spell Quartz Ring +2, Soul Bolt, and a Bonfire Ascetic. Also, we got Ring of Steel Protection, right? Said to be the ring of once legendary Night King, though his tales are long forgotten and even the greatly wizened have no recollection of his exploits. And then we got the Soul Quartz ring, bestowed upon students of a certain standard at the Melfian Magic Academy. Pyromancer Glocken crafts these replicas, much to the dismay of the conservative Old Guard faculty. And then we got like Soul Bolt. One of the sorceries devised by Strayed, the great mage of ancient Olafus, fires a blinding, piercing bolt of light. Strayed started with an unwieldy spell that backfired on its caster, and in time, perfected it. Will Elden Ring have a PvP boss? Yes. Yes, it will. Dark Souls, or Demon Souls had a PvP boss. Dark Souls 1 did not. Dark Souls 2 had a PvP boss. And Dark Souls 3 had a PvP boss. So, I think the smart money is on yes. There will be a PvP boss in Elden Ring. Also, spoiler alert, there's images of, you know, an enemy in Elden Ring that has the Dark Souls 3 player covenant color to it. So we're like so deep underground that we're in the roots of the world. And the idea that like all the world is an arch tree is something that we kind of came to in Dark Souls 1. And here we have the beautiful song. Here's some real life lore for you. Back in the day, before Dark Souls 3 came out, I used to play this game like all the time, and I would just do run after run after run of Dark Souls 2. I would make a build, and I would take it into like New Game Plus 5 or something, you know? And the DLCs were still coming out, so it was kind of like an interesting thing to do. Because like, I would just wake up one day, and then there was new content, and it was awesome. Anyway, my dog, Bear, who most of you have heard, and if you're here on Twitch, you've probably seen, anytime I would come to the Shrine of Amana, he's not one of those dogs who like looks at the TV when stuff is happening on the TV. But whenever I would make it to the Shrine of Amana, he would always be like, it would catch his attention because of the singing, I think. He just really liked the Shrine of Amana music, I guess. Hello! Ooh, how did that miss? Oh, he's got so much poise. I can't challenge him with the rapier. Every time the whip hits him, it triggers the ring. That's a nice backstep. Ooh! Uh-oh. Oh, nice backstep. The R1s! Damn, that was tricky. GG's. Good game. This game was so good for replaying. It absolutely is. This is like the best. This is like the best. Oh shit. That was close. This is like the best Souls game for like New Game Plus. It's really a shame that the other Souls games didn't learn from Dark Souls 2 and make New Game Plus more interesting. Caught you slipping, huh? Twinkling Titanite and the Archdrake's robes. So that guy's an Archdrake. I don't know if this respawns or not, but we'll figure out. But I need to spend these souls, man. I got way too many souls. And in this game, like, there's no point in not spending your souls because they still count against you for like the online aspect of it, right? So like, if you don't spend them, like, you're literally just putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Bearer until hope has fully withered.
I'm curious how many levels we could get. Just a ton. Just 16 levels. Oh, you know what I'm curious about? I want to check something. So we're using the Black Scorpion Stinger, which is, you get this from Tark if you defeat, when you kill the Duke Seldora, and you go back and you talk to Tark, he's like, "You've defeated my master. Here, take this thing." And this thing is bonkers. It's absolutely insane. Its base damage is ludicrous. And it does so much, it does so much damage raw. And then you upgrade it, and it gets even crazier. It has no scaling to speak of at all. No scaling. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to take this build, give it 10 and 18, or maybe 15 and 18, and seeing, like, you know, what it do, as they say. And then just making everything raw. And then giving myself, like, 99 fucking, vigor. But I'm curious about something.
Bearer until...
Alright, let's take a look at the Dex scaling weapons, and let's see how they behave. So, the left weapon 3 is a rapier, with S scaling in dexterity, and it's not like you would expect better, right? Right weapon 3 is the Estoc, which has A scaling in dexterity. But we can, even at 57 dex, we can't get either one of the rapiers to outperform. We can't get either one of the rapiers to outperform the the Black Stinger. That's funny. All right. So, right weapon 2 is the Puzzling Stone Sword, right? Yeah. And it has S scaling index as well.
Bearer until...
It's just crazy to me. The rapiers are not infused at all, but they shouldn't be, because they have good dex scaling, and I have 40 dex. There's no sharp infuse, like in like, you know, in Demon Souls you can sharp infuse something and make it scale better with dex, or in Dark Souls 3 sharp infuse makes it scale better with dex. They don't have that in Dark Souls 2. And unlike Dark Souls 1, physical weapons aren't like just donkulous, you know what I'm like? Think about like a quality weapon in Dark Souls 1, like the Black Knight weapons. Think about how much damage they do. You don't get that in Dark Souls 2. So if you're running a physical build, you really need the Ring of Blades, and you really need Flynn's Ring. But Flynn's Ring requires that you not level up your vitality. When you start leveling up your vitality, you start losing bonus damage from Flynn's Ring, and your equip load, and yada yada. So, quality builds and physical builds are quite limited in Dark Souls 2. In terms of like, I mean, they're not limited. You can do whatever you want with them, but they underperform a lot compared to, you know, dark infusing a weapon. And then you can like dark infuse a weapon, and then you can grab like a dark weapon hex, and you can buff your dark infused weapon with a dark buff, and it's just, I mean, like, bananas. Same with magic. You can magic infuse a weapon and then cast, you know, crystal magic weapon on top of that. So like the elemental just gets nuts. It goes nuts. It goes crazy. Big, huge, monstrous damage out of builds like that. Hey, I beat the Mirror Knight. Are you selling anything
You've been
new?
long. Well,
Are you selling chunks yet? Nope, but you're selling Poison Stone and Bleed Stones. But I don't need any of those. Also, she's selling Large Titanite forever. It's permanent on the menu.
no interest.
Let's go talk to Invisigoth and see what he's up to. Yeah, and there's no refined infusement either. And then and then in Dark Souls 2 you need faith and intelligence for Black Knight weapons, which is just absolutely bonkers. Yeah, my other Hide Knight build is a Faith build, and it has lightning-infused hide weapons, right? Lightning-infused hide weapons. Think about this, okay? Now, the Hide Knight sword already has lightning damage on it, and so then I lightning infuse the weapon. So the lightning damage goes nuts, and then the Faith scaling gets better, right? Hide Knight Spear already has lightning on it, right? And I lightning infuse it, so then the lightning damage goes up. And then I cast Lightning Blade or Sunlight Blade on... then I cast Sunlight Blade on it on top of that, and the lightning damage becomes, like, ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Hello! Whew. Uh-oh. I woke up the thing. Oh no! GG. Good game. Black Knight weapons got done dirty in this game. They did get done dirty in this game. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. From Software has a tendency to over nerf things. You know what I mean? And there's no argument that the Black Knight weapons were strong as shit in Dark Souls 1. It just kind of sucks that like that's my major complaint with Dark Souls 2 is oh my god, I can't believe I had all this shit still equipped on me. I'm an idiot. That was my major complaint with Dark Souls 2 was it just seemed so overboard to nerf like quality weapons that hard. But then, you know, Dark Souls 3 took stuff that was good in Dark Souls 2 and nerfed it into the ground.
Welcome, August. Tell me.
Okay, so now this fella is selling us some items. These items are interesting because they were bonus pre-order items. And they're really cool. They look cool. They're just regular weapons that have like a weird thing about them. And they are they're pretty badass, honestly. So we have a black flamestone dagger, a dagger affixed with a black crystal found deep inside the gutter in the Black Gulch. Heavier than a standard dagger, but with a fine crystal that gives it a smoother slice. Some of the more determined souls exiled to the gutter sought to scale the walls of the Forsaken Place and walk the earth once again, but failed and wasted away mired in misery and resentment. So that talks about like the denizens of the gutter who tried to like, you know, climb out and walk the earth again, but none of them did. The yellow quartz longsword. It was found in the Iron Keep. It breaks easily due to corrosion, but it's light and still inflicts very significant damage. In the old Iron King's Great Iron Keep was a vast collection of weapons, erected as a display of strength to the world, but they were lost when the king's conceit doomed the castle to sink into a lake of fire. Then he's selling a bound hand axe, an axe with an unusual design found in undead purgatory. The chains and spikes wrapped around the axe cause bleeding, but weaken the axe's effectiveness when slashing. Accessories that are added to a weapon for the sole purpose of tormenting foes can often detract from the weapon's natural effectiveness. The homunculus mace, a pole with lumps attached to it, found in the manor in Aldea. Heavier than a standard mace, but with more effective striking owing to its hard lumps. In the far eastern outskirts of Drang Lake lies an old manor that is now long forgotten, as it should be, for the things that lurk there are better left unknown. And the Transgressor's Staff, a staff enwreathed in matte blackness, found in the heart of the Dark Chasm, a catalyst for sorceries and hexes. No one knows what lies beyond the dark passage found across Drang Lake, but perhaps they are better left undisturbed. Transgressor's Leather Shield, a shield enwreathed in matte blackness, found in the heart of the Dark Chasm. So, same thing. Black Flamestone Parma, same thing with the gutter. Yellow Quartz Shield, same thing as the old Iron Keep. And Bound Wooden Shield, same thing as the Undead Purgatory thing.
The king had a dear queen. Long ago, she warned our lord. The king crossed the ocean. Where has his royal highness gone?
This Corvian Great Knife ass dagger.
I ought to flay.
Hey! Dumb dog. Doing stuff.
I ought to fetch a new one. Flay.
Oh no, I need chunks. Alright, we're at 310 AR. Take us to 259. So we want the scaling on this weapon.
Flame.
But I need chunks, chat. I need chunks. Alright, let's see. We defeated the Mirror Knight, and we've found ourselves in, what's it called? Shrine of Amana. This has been close to an hour, so let me split up the VOD here. Say bye-bye to the VOD viewers and the YouTube watchers. Thanks for watching. And take a little bit of a break. I need to stretch my legs and stuff. And we'll continue when I get back.